Fungi are turning out to be the biggest organisms on the planet. Oftentimes fungus, they connect to the roots of trees, and so they're getting the sugar from the trees, right? The trees make this sugar from sunshine, and the fungus attaches to the roots and gets the sugar. And in exchange, what it does is it expands the roots system of plants like up to 100 times. And so the plants get more water and nutrients by connecting to the fungus. And the fungus actually has chemicals that, when it can break down rock. So it excretes carbonic acid, and so it actually breaks down rock. So if we ate those acorns had calcium because that tree was connected to a fungus that broke down rock, and the calcium moved through the fungus into the tree, into the acorns, and into our bellies from our pancakes. So the fungus helps to break down those minerals and provide them, make them available to us. But one of the cool things that I learned is that before the tree and the fungus connect their roots together, there's like this dance that happens where the fungus puts out chemicals saying, hey, I'd like to connect to your roots. And the tree says, who the hell are you? And they do this like back and forth chemical communication. And if the tree at some point said, oh, this fungus is not good for me, it would put out all of these chemicals to try to deter the fungus. But they have this dance where they then make an agreement, and then the fungus actually encloses the roots tips of many of the roots of the tree, and then boom, they make this connection. But it's after like much mediated discussion, one might say. So then the tree is connected into this amazing network of fungus, but the fungus isn't just connected to one tree, it's connected to that tree, to that tree, to that tree. So basically the nutrients and the water and the sugar and the hormones, which are the communications and the chemicals, are moving in this fungus, and so the trees are communicating with each other. And so there's research about how, like in some ecosystems, let's say in Colorado, where some trees are evergreens and some trees are deciduous trees, in the wintertime those deciduous trees aren't making any sugar, so that the conifers who are evergreen, they're moving sugars to those trees that don't have leaves to help them out in the wintertime, and the opposite happens in the summer. So these trees are working with each other to keep each other alive, which I think is super cool. And then you start thinking, well, is the fungus intelligent? Right? How is the fungus mediating these discussions and moving water to things that are stressed out? And I heard this one study about in areas where the soil was really poor, there were all of these springtails, which are like little insects. They're tiny, but they can be really prolific. And the fungus was creating a chemical, drawing in the springtails, and then killing them, and then sucking the nutrients and sending it to the trees. So the fungus was actually working to keep the trees alive. So because everybody's invested, right? Keeping the network happening. Anyway, so this fungus is related to reishi. It's the same genus as reishi, Ganoderma, and from what I understand, you can use it like reishi. And I haven't done that yet. Has anyone here ever done that?